since I ain't the one that really talk about myself and talk about what I do, I'm gonna have these gentlemen, and they had no idea that I was gonna ask them. And they were sitting here asking me like, you don't have a cue card, you don't have no memory? I'm not, because they're gonna do it.
Well, first of all, I appreciate the advance notice, Drake. Chance to gather my thoughts for just a moment. We're here tonight because I've had a chance to watch from afar what Drake does. And he's not taking a moment to tell you, really, what he does day in, day out. But he's coached my kids, who are pretty terrible at basketball. And I want to echo what Matt said. It wasn't about basketball. It was about life. The first time Drake took my kids to the gym, with kids unlike them, different race, different socioeconomic class, and I watched Drake put those kids in a gym and treat everyone the same, and insist those kids treat everyone the same. And when we drove home that night, this is a true story, I didn't tell you this, my 11-year-old Miguel Angel, my wife's here with me tonight, I raised 3 biracial boys, he said, that wasn't all about basketball. I said, no, it wasn't. It was about attitude, it was about life, it was about treating each other with respect. And Drake is in our community every day doing this to all of our children. And Drake, I appreciate it, I know this community appreciates it, and I know this community recognizes for each one of those kids, like my kids, that you give that lesson to, they teach it to others. And this is how we rise.
Come on.
Thank you.
I had met Drake about 10 years ago. Drake and myself have a similar upbringing. Drake and I grew up pub. We couldn't afford the O and the R, so we grew up pub. But God's grace and God's mercy, Drake and I, we rise. We rise. And we pay it forward. Drake is a brother that brother that said that he remember they used to go around with the white socks on and the ash handkerchief. Drake is the type of man to go buy the lotion so those young men don't have ash handkerchiefs. Drake does a lot. Nancy does more.
Yes.
Yes.
They say that a man has to have a strong head. Well, she's a strong neck to hold that head up. I'm telling you, this lady made me on that award. But that lady right there, astronomical. Drake's always telling her it's very funny because I love her to the moon and back. Because she's a good wife, she's a good partner. Drake goes around and get these kids, and Drake makes sure these kids eat. Not one time, like going to school like they hear 3 times a day, sometimes 4. You start to go to Drake's house and the whole basement is full with young men, and not just young men acting any kind of way. We haven't said it yet, but it's SMM, that stands for Strong, Mature Minds. So Drake's not just about, and Nancy, not just about dribbling a basketball or putting a ball through a hoop. But Drake teach these young men that if you don't have a basketball and you walking up at a stoplight and someone see you, they're not locking their doors because you carry yourself like a young man. Drake has, expectations for these young men that he served. They don't serve him. Notice I say that he served. And he has expectations for them. And so that success that we see with them is because someone has expectations for them. And that goes a long way. A lot of our young people, no one has no expectations for them, don't expect nothing from them, so they don't do nothing. But Drake and Nancy has expectations for these young people that they serve. And for that, I love you all. I love you all to the moon and back. And keep serving. Keep serving.